Welcome everybody to the first boat show of the 2025-2026 season. Today we are at the Pathfinder booth taking a look at their all new 26-foot center console. Guys, this is the ultimate and in my opinion best at show for the new hybrid slash bay boat kind of category that is plenty offshore capable. This is an awesome boat. You guys have to hop aboard and take a look. What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin here, and today is my first time actually making a video of a Pathfinder boat. It has been requested a few times and I've been wanting to come check them out, and they have an all new model here, the 26 here at the show, so I was super stoked to be stopping by this morning. As always, let's go ahead and start in the bow. So we do have a little option for some seating over here, which you guys can see is fully removable but is very comfortable when it is here. They do have a little slide system here for their upholstery that you could see instead of buttons or magnets, which I haven't seen before and it seems pretty cool, but it makes it really easy to remove all this upholstery and turn this huge casting platform into all this walking space over here. Now this is going to be perfect for when you're trying to throw your casting nets, or maybe you're trying to just get up a little higher and see some fish and cast out upon the horizon. It's going to be clear of any clutter and super easy to walk around, and it's going to make for an awesome fishing platform or a comfortable ride. Now this boat, as equipped here at the boat show, is going to come with a power pole move trolling motor. We're also going to have our anchor locker in the front, which you're probably not going to be using as often with the trolling motor equipped on this boat, but is necessary to have for the Coast Guard. Now we have a lot of storage up here in the bow of the boat. So first off, very most forward compartment is actually going to be a little pitch well, which I can already see fishing in the bay in the Indian River Lagoon here in Florida. Load that thing up with some pilchards and go toss them out here in the front. You don't have to worry about going to the back of the boat to get to your live bait. Having it right here in the front, super easily accessible, and just gives you more time with your bait in the water. Now right behind that, we are going to have another hatch that is going to be open up. That is going to be a little bit of storage. So this looks like some nice dry storage right here. You can see kind of goes into some other storage compartments right there. Perfect to throw maybe a life jacket or two, or I'd probably throw my backpack for the day right in this compartment. So we have two configurations set up right here for the port and starboard side. You can see the port side, we have our upholstery up, we have our backrest up, perfect for running out on the water, maybe have a couple family members out for the day. That is one configuration. Second configuration is going to be your fishing day. You can see we have no upholstery, we don't have our backrest up. Underneath, we do have some storage. So this is going to be insulated storage over here. You can put some fish in there if you want, but there actually is one box up here, which I'll show you in 1 second, that is a dedicated fish box that's actually double insulated and macerated. But this storage goes back pretty deep and connects to that middle compartment that I showed you guys before. Now you can see that we do have this big, nice looking wooden table actually here that is fully removable, but you do want to have this out on those little bit more comfortable sandbar days. But like I said, when it's a fishing day, this is coming up and getting left at the dock. Right underneath this is going to be a little hard to see with the table, but this is going to be that double insulated dedicated fish box that I told you guys about. So sneaky guys on in there, you can see it goes pretty far back actually. Like I said, double insulated fish box that is macerated. If you guys don't know what macerators do, but they basically hold the ice and the water in the box, and then when you're ready, you can flip a switch on your switch panel and it'll shoot it all out to the side. So if you're looking to get rid of some blood from a fish, you can shoot it out to the side, and it just really helps keep your fish as cold as possible in this box. We are going to have one more in-floor box here in the front, which is going to be access to some of our through holes and actually our batteries as well. Lastly, in the bow here, we have our forward console seat, which is going to be sitting on top of a cooler, which is nice compared to having your traditional molded in console seat. This is fully removable, so you can take it on and off with your drinks or your fish. It is a nice option here on this boat and a very comfortable seat. So as we make our way towards the stern of the boat, on the port side, you are going to have some rod holder storage, which is cut out of the T-top. And you guys can already see we have a second station on this boat, and that definitely caught my eye. And if we look at the starboard side, we don't have any rod holder storage on the side, but that is because this is where our cabin is. Hopping into our cabin here, looks like it is pretty basic. We do have a porta potty in there. We have access to our battery switch. Looks like we have some storage for some accessories here on the boat. And we do have a blinder here, which we are of course going to snap off and take a look at what they have going for their wiring on this boat, because that is very important when you're looking to buy a boat. I see some labels. I see pretty decent wiring here. Everything actually looks pretty neat and orderly. Like I said, we got labels on stuff. You guys can probably see a little better than I can, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. But from what I could see here in this blinder, it's looking pretty good. One attention to detail that I do want to point out is the fact that they put this marine mat kind of padding here on the side. These holders, the undergarden storage, can be used for boat brushes and stuff typically, but you can store your rods over here. And this is great so that your reels aren't hitting the side of the gunnel. Not going to scratch them up, kind of helps protect them a little bit. But that kind of attention to detail is really nice to see on this boat. Now, if this boat hasn't been eye-catching enough to you yet, we'll just take a look at the helm station over here. Looks like we have twin 12-inch Garmins over here, followed by a toggle switch panel, which I noticed on another boat. I'm not sure if this is a trend that's coming back to go away from push button or rocker switches, but more toggle switches, which looks cool here on this boat. All black dash, looks great. We have wireless phone charger. Looks like it's powered by a Yamaha. We are going to have a jack plate control on here as well. And we have our power pole move trolling motor control here. Looks like we are going to have a little glove box that's conveniently placed. Looks like they put their trolling motor remotes and stuff in here. But overall, the aesthetic here at the console is super cool looking and looks like you have everything you need very conveniently. Now, before we make our way up into the stand-through station there, I'm going to show you guys our helm seat. So they have a really traditional style bench seat over here, which I like. Simplicity is good sometimes, and this is really going to do the job. One really cool feature on this, though, is that this backrest is actually going to be fully removable. So look how much more room you have to walk around, to maybe swing a rod around the back. However kind of situation you want to use it for, this backrest is fully removable. Super easily, too. Slips right in and out. A great option here on this Pathfinder. Now the moment you guys have probably been waiting for, and me too, to be honest, we're heading up to the second station. All right, and we have made our way up to the second station. Let me tell you, you're not gonna be doing that quickly or maybe in rough waters, but you are up here, and it does feel very safe and secure. You can see we have this super nice seat, nice bench style seat, which I will point out, all the upholstery on this boat is super comfortable as well. Kind of like sink down into it and you feel very safe and secure. You have a little footrest to even hold yourself in. I mean, if you guys are out on the water, this is where you're going to want to be 99% of the time. Really nice all black Edson wheel here. You have a little Garmin, looks like a 9-inch screen. You have control for your jack plate. I mean, everything you'd want up here, rod holders, cup holders, you have it. Super safe, secure, even a little glove box. This is the spot to be here on the 26 Pathfinder, and honestly, here at the boat show. I do want to point out, I did mention there was a stand through before, but it's not really, it's more of a second station. You can see it is going to be an unobstructed view for people down there because of this platform. You're not standing on top of the console. This is a separate platform you're standing on. I don't think that was a blooper reel. I think that was pretty good. Now, before we get to the stern of the boat, underneath our helm seat, we are going to have a really nice fold-out tackle storage here. Looks like for 4 Plano fish boxes. And then we are going to have a little tilt out on the side that is going to be your control for your batteries. Now, here on the 26 Pathfinder TRS, which actually stands for third row seating, this is how the cockpit of this boat is equipped. So we're going to have one live well over here, which is going to have a big clear lid, aquarium style, I like to call it, with a little view there. Live well, which could be perfect for everybody fishing in the stern. I will point out that they actually use a boat rub rail here as, like, I guess a little accent piece or something to kind of, when you're walking around, it rubs against your leg. Honestly, I'm not sure the functionality of it, but it is a really nice accent piece to the boat. We're also going to have a little pull-out tackle station over here. We are gonna have 2 rod holders here on the back, and if you do remove your backrest here, you're gonna have 2 more rod holders. And then up on the T-top, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 rod holders with 2 going out the side for trolling some lines. Now don't forget, we have more rod holders on top of the second station. We got 2 on the back and then 2 more on the port and starboard side. Plenty of rod holders on this boat for whatever kind of day it is. So you guys remember how I said this is the 26 TRS 3rd row seating? Well, this is the 3rd row of seating. You can pull it back towards the bow of the boat, and then you can simply flip it up, and you have room for 2 people to sit here, at least, probably 2 or 3 if you're smaller. You have little grab bars on the side, super comfortable. This is where you're gonna wanna be. Honestly, if you're running some rough weather, always better to be towards the back of the boat. This is gonna be a very comfortable ride. And it very easily stows away and can become a huge fishing platform here in the stern of the boat. Now the way this model is equipped, on the starboard side of the boat, you're going to have 1 fish box here on the side. And then we are going to have an identical hatch to that on the port side of the boat, which when we flip open, you will see is actually a live well. So that's going to make 3 live wells on this boat, all very big, might I add. 1 on the port side, 1 behind the helm seat, and then the little pitch one up on the bow. Plenty of a live well for all your needs. Finally, our last hatch here in the stern, we'll open it up and it will be a little bit of storage, which will turn into your bilge access. Simply, we can remove this little cubby, and it opens up room for you to get to all your pumps. You can see some freshwater and saltwater pumps. We have fuel water separators. You can also get a little bit of an idea of the rigging of this boat, wiring and everything. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think of this here? You have pretty good access. The only thing I will say is that this is a pretty small entrance to get in here, and this does go down pretty deep. I mean, you guys can see, we'll get down for you. That is me touching the bottom right there. So I'm a full arm's width in there. So if you do have to change something down there, you're not fitting your whole body in there, and you can just barely reach the bottom. So a little bit bigger of a bilge access, a little easier is my only request with this boat so far. Other than that, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Now over here towards the transom of the boat, we're gonna have 2 more rod holders on the starboard side and 2 more on the port. Now, one of the main things you're gonna notice back here is we have these 2 big poles sticking out the back. And if you aren't familiar, those are power poles, which are basically little anchors that are gonna go from this position, go out and dig themselves into the ground. So when you're in shallower water, I'm not sure the exact length, but probably up until like 10 feet or so, it'll hold you completely anchored in place without having to have spot lock on your trolling motor or without having to deploy a traditional anchor. This boat is also going to be on a jack plate over here, which allows the motors to move up and down. So you have trim that's on the motor already equipped that goes this way. The jack plate allows your motor to go up and down, which allows you to get into skinnier water, which is really great for those bay fishing days. Now this boat, as equipped, is going to have a Yamaha 350, but it is rated up to 450 horsepower. So this thing is going to fly. Now, the moment I'm sure a lot of you guys are waiting for, how much can this new 26 Pathfinder be yours for? Well, before we get into that, on the outside of the boat, this boat is a step hull, which is gonna give your boat a little bit more lift, gets the boat out of the water, which is gonna reduce drag, give you a little bit more fuel efficiency, maybe a little bit more top speed, but there's a really cool hull design on this boat. Now, the price of this boat, well, this brand new at the boat show 26-foot Pathfinder TRS can be yours for a boat show special of $237,000. So it is a very nice boat. It does come at a price tag, of course. Guys, the prices of new boats here, this is what we're seeing here at the show. But one thing I can tell you, this is my first Pathfinder I've done, and I'm very impressed by their quality. Their fit and finish is really good, very innovative ideas. I really like what they did the boat here, truly. And big kudos to Pathfinder. This is a beautiful boat. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and definitely consider subscribing down below. I'm gonna go ahead and link another boat walkthrough video I think you guys are really gonna like over here on the left side of the screen. Make sure you guys go check that out next. And until my next video, remember to keep living salty. And I touched my screen by accident that time.